The world knows these islands by a name, a promise. They are called the happiest place on earth. From above, Vanuatu is a string of emeralds scattered across a vast sapphire sea. It is a place of dramatic contrasts. Ancient volcanoes sleep beneath blankets of green jungle. Coastlines shift from soft white sands to jagged black rock, carved by millennia of ocean spray. The air itself feels different here. It is thick with the scent of salt, damp earth, and the sweet perfume of frangipani blossoms carried on the breeze. This is a landscape that breathes. It moves with a slow, deliberate rhythm, untouched by the hurried pace of the outside world. We came here seeking to understand this happiness. What is its source? Is it found in the stunning beauty of the landscape? Perhaps it is woven into the very fabric of the culture. The first impression is overwhelming. The sheer, unspoiled magnificence of nature is a powerful force. Light filters through the canopy of giant banyan trees, dappling the forest floor in shifting patterns. The water of the lagoons is so clear it seems to defy reality, revealing a world of vibrant coral and shimmering fish below. It is easy to believe that joy could simply grow here, like the wild orchids that cling to the volcanic slopes. But beauty alone cannot be the whole story. The label of happiest is a heavy one. It suggests a life free from worry, a paradise without shadows. As the sun climbs high, casting long shadows from the coconut palms, a sense of deeper truth begins to emerge. The wind rustling through the leaves sounds like a whisper, sharing secrets only the islands know. There is a complexity here, a story that is not told in postcards or travel brochures. It is a story of resilience, of community, and of a connection to the land that runs deeper than the roots of the oldest trees. Our journey begins not with answers, but with questions. We are here to listen. We are here to observe. The true nature of this place is not something to be captured quickly. It must be discovered slowly, layer by layer. Like the patient flight of a sea eagle circling high above the cliffs, we must watch and wait. The story of Vanuatu is written on the wind, in the waves, and on the faces of its people. We must learn to read this language, to understand the subtle tones and textures that reveal the real heart of this remarkable archipelago. We venture inland, away from the shore. Here the jungle closes in, a cathedral of green. The air grows still and humid, thick with the symphony of unseen life. The sound is immense. 1 million tiny insects create a constant shimmering hum. The calls of birds echo from every direction, sharp and melodic. The rustle of leaves high in the canopy might be the wind, or it might be the silent passage of a fruit bat. Every sound tells a story. Every movement hints at a life hidden just beyond our sight. There is a feeling of being watched, not by a predator, but by the ancient spirit of the forest itself. This world is governed by natural laws. Life and death unfold in a slow, continuous cycle. A fallen tree, a giant of the forest, becomes a nursery for 1,000 new lives. Fungi and ferns sprout from its decaying bark, returning its nutrients to the rich soil. Small lizards, camouflaged perfectly against the moss, dart across the forest floor in pursuit of their next meal. The ecosystem is in perfect, delicate balance. It is a world of immense power and fragility, a reminder that every living thing is connected. To walk here is to feel like a guest in a much older, wiser home. Yet even in this pristine wilderness, there are signs of human presence, faint trails, almost invisible to the untrained eye, win their way through the undergrowth. These are the paths used by the local villagers, routes that have been walked for generations. They lead to secret waterfalls, to sacred clearings, and to gardens where taro and yams are grown. The people here do not see the jungle as a wilderness to be conquered. They see it as a provider, a pharmacy, a larder. It is a part of their identity, a source of both physical and spiritual sustenance. The deeper we go, the more we understand that the line between humanity and nature is blurred. The forest is not separate from the village, it is an extension of it. The sounds of the jungle mingle with the distant sounds of children laughing and the rhythmic chop of an axe. This is not a paradise untouched by man. It is a paradise inhabited by people who have learned to live in harmony with it. The suspense we feel is not one of danger, but of discovery. We are beginning to uncover the first secret of Vanuatu's happiness, a profound and unbreakable bond with the natural world. The sun hangs low over the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. We have moved back to the coast, to a village nestled beside a calm, turquoise lagoon. Life here moves to the rhythm of the tides. As the water recedes, it reveals the village's playground and its pantry. Children spill onto the wet sand, their joyful shouts echoing across the water as they chase small crabs. Their laughter is infectious, a pure expression of uncomplicated delight. It is a sound that seems to be as natural a part of this landscape as the gentle lapping of the waves. The men and women of the village move with a quiet purpose. Some wade into the shallows with woven nets, their movements practiced and efficient. Others pole traditional outrigger canoes called vakas toward the outer reef, their silhouettes dark against the setting sun. There is no rush, no sense of urgency. Each task is performed with a grace and patience that comes from a lifetime of repetition. This is not a job, it is a way of life. It is a daily dance between the community and the ocean that sustains them. The sea provides and the people receive with gratitude and respect. As darkness falls, the village gathers. The smell of wood smoke and cooking fish fills the air. Families sit together on woven mats outside their homes, sharing food and stories from the day. There is a powerful sense of community here. Everyone knows everyone. Children are raised not just by their parents, but by the entire village. The bonds that tie these people together are tangible, a safety net woven from shared experiences, mutual support, and a deep sense of belonging. This is another piece of the puzzle of happiness. The strength found in togetherness. Later, under a sky filled with an impossible number of stars, a lone fisherman sits by the water's edge. He is not fishing, he is simply watching the moon rise, his face calm and contemplative. In the quiet of the night, one can feel the peace that settles over this place. It is a peace born from simplicity, from a life lived in close connection with nature and with one another. It is a life where success is not measured by material wealth, but by the richness of relationships and the fullness of one's belly. The happiness here is not loud or ostentatious. It is a quiet, steady hum, like the gentle rhythm of the lagoon itself. Celebration is the lifeblood of the village. It's not just saved for special occasions, it's really woven into the fabric of daily existence. A successful harvest, the birth of a child, the arrival of a visitor, all of these are reasons to come together. Tonight, the village green is alive with activity. There's a large fire crackling in the center, casting a warm, flickering glow on the faces of the people gathered around it. The air thrums with the deep, resonant beat of wooden drums, a rhythm that, honestly, seems to call to something ancient and primal within the soul. The dancing begins. It's not a performance meant for an audience. It's a collective expression of joy and cultural pride. The men, their bodies painted with intricate designs of clay and ash, move with a powerful, grounded energy. Their feet stamp the earth in unison, almost like a percussive conversation with the land itself. The women, adorned with flowers and grass skirts, dance with a fluid grace, their movements telling stories of the sea, the forest, and the cycles of life. The music and the movement are inseparable, a powerful force that unites everyone present, drawing them into a shared state of euphoria. In these moments, you can really see the resilience of this culture. The songs, the dances, the stories, these are the threads that connect the present to the past. They're a living history, passed down from generation to generation, a powerful antidote to the pressures of the modern world. They reinforce identity and strengthen community bonds. This is how knowledge is preserved. This is how values are taught. It's a vibrant, dynamic process that ensures the survival of their unique way of life. The joy on their faces is real and profound, born from a deep sense of who they are and where they come from. But even within this joyful celebration, there are hints of the challenges they face. The elders watch with a mixture of pride and concern, their faces etched with the wisdom of experience. They've seen the world change. They've witnessed the encroachment of outside influences, the lure of a different way of life. They worry about the younger generation, about whether they will continue to value these traditions. The firelight flickers, and for a moment, the shadows seem to grow longer. The happiness of Vanuatu, it seems, is not something that can be taken for granted. It's something that must be actively nurtured and protected. To truly understand Vanuatu, one must face its power. We travel to the island of Tanna, home to Mount Yakel, which is actually one of the world's most accessible active volcanoes. The landscape here is dramatically different. The lush greens give way to a stark, grey canvas of ash. The air is sharp with the smell of sulfur. As we approach the crater rim, the ground begins to tremble. There's this low, guttural roar that emanates from deep within the earth, a sound that is felt as much as it is heard. It's the planet's heartbeat, raw and untamed. Standing on the edge, looking down into the fiery maw of the volcano, is a humbling experience. Every few minutes, the mountain unleashes its power. A deafening explosion sends a shower of molten rock soaring into the twilight sky, a spectacular and, honestly, terrifying display of nature's force. It's a visceral reminder of our own smallness, our own vulnerability. For the people who live in the shadow of this volcano, this is a daily reality. They've learned to live with a power that can both create and destroy. They do not fear it. They respect it. This constant presence of risk shapes their worldview. The people here have a different relationship with permanence. They know that everything can change in an instant. A cyclone can flatten a village. An eruption can blanket their gardens in ash. This knowledge doesn't lead to despair. Instead, it fosters a remarkable resilience and a focus on what truly matters: family, community, and the present moment. When you live with the understanding that tomorrow isn't guaranteed, you learn to appreciate the gift of today. This, perhaps, is one of the most profound truths behind Vanuatu's happiness. It's not born from a life of ease, but from a life of challenges overcome, the struggles they face. From the unpredictability of nature to the pressures of a changing world, forge a strength and a clarity of purpose that is rare. They understand that true wealth isn't in possessions, which can be swept away by the wind and sea. True wealth is in the bonds of community, in the knowledge passed down through generations, and in the deep spiritual connection to the powerful land they call home. Our journey through this archipelago is coming to an end. We came in search of the secret to happiness, expecting to find a simple answer, a single shining truth. Instead, we found a complex tapestry, woven from light and shadow, joy and struggle. The label of the world's happiest country is both a blessing and a burden. It captures a genuine spirit of joy and community, but it also risks simplifying a reality that is far more nuanced and profound. The happiness of Vanuatu is not a constant blissful state. It's a choice, a practice, a hard-won resilience. The real measure of happiness here isn't found in what people have, but in what they share. It's in the way a community comes together to rebuild a house after a storm. It's in the laughter of children who have the freedom of the entire island as their playground. It's in the quiet satisfaction of a fisherman returning with a catch to feed his family. It's a happiness rooted in connection to the land, to the sea, to the ancestors, and most importantly, to one another. It's a wealth that can't be counted in currency, but is felt in the heart. The world honestly has much to learn from Vanuatu. In a time when so many are feeling disconnected, isolated and anxious, this small island nation offers a powerful reminder of what is truly important. It challenges our definitions of progress and success. It asks us to consider what we have lost in our pursuit of material wealth and individual achievement. The people of Vanuatu are not living in a forgotten past. They're navigating the complexities of the 21st century, but they're doing so on their own terms, holding fast to the values that have sustained them for centuries. Ultimately, the hidden truth of the world's happiest country is that there is no hidden truth. There's no magic, no secret formula. There is only life, lived with an open heart, a deep respect for nature, and an unwavering commitment to community. It's a life of immense beauty and formidable challenges, of vibrant celebration and quiet reflection. The happiness of Vanuatu is not a destination, it's a journey, and it is a powerful, inspiring, and deeply human story for our time.